Hello, folks, and welcome to, what do I call this? Well, you can clearly see what it is. I hate using the term Let's Play nowadays because that puts some kind of a obligation to finish it into it, and I am awful at that. Honestly, the reason why I haven't dealt with, and this is going to be off topic, so skip ahead a little bit. The reason why I haven't bothered right now with Metal Gear Rising is because I have the entire footage recorded and all that stuff, but problem, my commentary's a little bit inaudible because I'm speaking over a lot of, construction that was taking place during the time. They were repairing the taco hell next door to me, and I picked that time to do commentary, and it's a garbled mess. So I've just been putting off and off and off and off having to go through and post-commentate it, because I hate post-commentating what was supposed to be live. But this is live, so fuck it. Welcome to Let's Fuck Around with Dark Souls. Those of you who've heard of this game probably know exactly what the beef with this is going to be. Let's go with Slim. Face. If you've heard... Yeah, skip the... No. Let's go... I'm not a big fan of the baby face look. What the fuck is that? Oh, let's go. It doesn't matter. I'm going to spend most of the playthrough hollowed anyway. But yes, those of you who are familiar with Dark Souls definitely know this is an unforgiving-ass game. And if you give it an inch, it is going to take a mile for everything. But I'm going to be playing as the Thief class. Just because, I mean, if it starts off with Master Key already, it wins. It wins. I mean, yeah, you can buy the Master Key later, but by that point, you've lost most of the use out of it. I'm going to start off with... Oh, here's always the problem part. I could get the old Witch's Ring, but I don't really know if I'm going to screw around too much with the Chaos Covenant. And I'm speaking in spoilers right now, but those of you who've played the game know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't probably have no idea what in the blue hell I'm talking about. So, I'm just going to go Black Firebomb. Let's name you... Why not? It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. So, let's accept. This is our build, a level 5 Thief. Only really good stat is Dexterity. Intelligence is kind of wasted because thieves really shouldn't bother with sorceries. Pyromancies are a different story. I'm going to explain things as I go throughout the game. I know this is kind of a quick little intro, but... Yes, start the game with this character. And let's have the epic little introduction.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark.
But of course.
Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
Pay close attention to all of these names, by the way. And please...
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos.
Try to ignore the PlayStation updates.
The Lord of Sunlight and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
And thus the loading screen begins. I don't think the narration is quite done yet. I may be wrong, but I think she's going to tell us all about where our character is. The Undead Asylum.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Or is it? For if this were my fate, there would be no game. Pay no attention to that hollowed face behind the curtain. Or that dead hollowed body. Nice crest shield you have there, dude. We'll be seeing a little bit of him later. But the corpse that he dropped so kindly has our cell key. How convenient, for without that there would be no game. So this is Let's Fuck Around with Dark Souls. I'm making no promises with this. I've done that enough. I'm just fucking around with it because I feel like it, I guess. But yes, as the lore at the start of the game stated, there are a few names to keep in mind. First of all, the great Lord Gwyn, Lord of Cinders. The Witch of Izalith. Now, we will never see the Witch of Izalith in her form as she was in the opening cutscene, but more on that later. Oh, hi there, stray demon. There was Nito, the first of the dead, the Grave Lord. He is an important figure. And Seath the Scaleless. He is another important figure. All of those names are important lords, so to speak, who have Lord Soul fragments gifted to them by the Ascended King, or Lord Gwyn, Lord of Cinders. And the game really doesn't... there's not really much spoilers to be told. The game pretty much told you the most that it's going to tell you in one sitting, right there. So, here we are. Now, because I was a thief, I didn't really mention this, because I was a thief, I have the Master Key gift to start off with. What that means is that I can open any basic door. Some require specific keys that can't be opened with the Master Key, but I can open any basic door using this this Master Key that thieves automatically start out with. Other classes have to choose it as a gift, or if you go without it, you have to buy it from a merchant much later on in the game, at which point most of its usefulness is ended. Well, some of its usefulness is ended. That's the nice thing about the Thief class. They can free up their gift slot to be used for something a little more short-term. Like the Black Fire Bombs. Those serve a purpose of making what should be an impossible first encounter, very possible. Hello, Asylum Demon. Eat a Black Fire Bomb to the face. You're not supposed to actually be able to kill this guy early on in the game. Or at least not until you pick up your weapons and get an opportune aerial strike at him. I mean, he's a fat-ass demon who just sits there, does a whole lot of nothing. But with your sword hilt, your broken sword hilt that you have, you really don't have much opportunity to do much damage to him. But if you manage to beat him your very first time seeing him, you get his giant hammer, and I'm going to stop fucking around and finish him now. Now, those of you who've seen my stream of Dark Soul, did I stream it once or was it a couple of times? I don't remember. But we stand victorious in combat. We get a humanity, but we don't get the key because we're not supposed to have killed him yet. But those of you who've seen my streams know that when I was playing Dark Souls originally, for the purposes of the stream, I sucked. There is no other way to put it. I sucked balls. I was sitting there grinding endlessly in Undead Burg for reasons I don't know. I'm a little bit better now. Just a little bit. So I figured I'd record a fuck around bits and pieces of a playthrough that I might do the whole thing of, might not. I'm not going to promise anything anymore because promising things just leads to promises being broken. Better to be pleasantly surprised than unpleasantly disappointed, I say. So, hi there. My dagger sucks, and it's good for only one thing: critical strikes, backstabs, and ripostes. I'm going to be replacing this dagger soon, because as a base weapon, it's nearly useless without one very important little aspect that I like to call weapon upgrades. But we won't be dealing with that for quite some time, so... There we go, trigger the boulder. Hey, it's the dude from the intro who dropped the corpse into my cell. Thanks, dude.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness.
I'm very hollow, actually.
I'm done for, I'm afraid.
Well, mostly
I'll
hollow.
die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, why not? Give me your crest shield while you're at it.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart, Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask.
An undead favorite. I'm sorry, favorite is spelled Favor, not O-U-R. I'm sorry, I'm a little too American for this game.
Oh, and this.
Alright. So, if you have killed the Asylum demon first and gotten its hammer, in the unlikely event that you have, you get the big pilgrim's key from this knight dude here instead of from the Asylum demon. Basically, whichever you do last, whether you talk to him or kill the Asylum demon, you get the key from. The big pilgrim's key. You still get the Undead Asylum F2 East key from it, but whatever.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now.
I could
and thank you.
Kill you and put you out of your misery, but would you give me your crest shield for that? Nah, probably not. So, it's important to unlock this little gate. I'm not going to be going back to the bonfire because, well, there's no real reason to. I'm not going to get killed by hollows. At least I hope I'm not. But yeah, until you start upgrading weapons, the bandit's knife, it has a nice little bleed burst, which is fine and dandy. It's still really lacking in terms of melee damage, and unless you are going to be parrying and riposting everything, and I am still not good enough to do that, you might want a better weapon. Bandit's knife is great, it's probably the best dagger in the game, but, whoa, nice attempt at an ambush, buddy. Come on. Get over here. Stop walking into each other. And this is what I hate about this dagger, is that it has no form of thrust, and thrusts are usually better than blind wild slashes. Alright. Now, just because I'm not that great at parrying and riposting doesn't mean that I'm not willing to try. And I will succeed a couple of times, because I'm familiar with some enemies, but not all. But, L2, I'm playing this on PS3, in case you couldn't tell from my little PSN updates. Try to ignore who's coming online and offline. I know it's a little distracting, but I'm playing online because that's really the way that this game was meant to be played. There's a lot of online features that enhance the gameplay, I think. But after you parry, you use the attack button to riposte. That's the theory anyway. Let's try that right now. I'm not too bad at it. First try. But that's when you start studying your enemies. After you've studied your enemies and all that happy horse shit. We're done with the Undead Asylum. It's just a tutorial area. It's designed to level you up, or at least get you enough souls to level up. Good job! Go straight ahead. Thank you, I guess. What kind of items do I have? I have a humanity. Ah, well. Do I dare? No, I have nothing. I was thinking about initiating a trade with Snuggly the Crow. How the fuck do you die here? Oh, I see. You die on your way. You can come back to the Undead Asylum, and there's a group of hollows here, and I assume that this poor bastard got stun-locked. That's another thing that really is nice about the online play. You can see how people die, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. More on that later.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
Via a giant crow. Lordran. The setting for this absolutely fantastic RPG. Now, we're going to see, as the crow takes me, you can see in the distance, you can see the bell of the Undead Parish. In the distance, you can see the bridge of Undead Burg, and now you can see Firelink Shrine. The way that this game is interconnected is awesome. It reminds me of freaking Metroid, only in RPG form. Third-person RPG. Third-person RPG that's not incompetent. Like, you try and play an Elder Scrolls game in third person, there's definitely something missing. But that's neither here nor there. Imminent rear. And in the imminent rear, we have 3 humanity. That's a nice way to start the game off. And I think, yeah, this is already a kindled bonfire. Now, kindling and bonfires, I'm going to assume that you have some knowledge of what the game is about. Nice sunlight maggot on your head there, buddy. Basically, bonfires are your checkpoints. When you die, you get restored back to the last bonfire you rested at. Whenever you rest at a bonfire, you gain back charges for your Estus Flask. Now, most bonfires only give you 5 charges. If you are at a Firekeeper's bonfire, it gives you 10, which is your normal maximum. You can kindle a bonfire using what's called humanity, and now I'm just going into such metagame concepts that I'm sure it's going to be lost on some of you, but you need a humanity to return to your human form, and once in human form you can kindle bonfires, and once you've kindled a bonfire, it can give you 10 Estus Flasks, just like a Firekeeper's bonfire. Oh, you said a mouthful there, Lan. So we'll talk to this crestfallen dude.
What do we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Indeed I am.
Oh,
yes!
Right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now.
Ah, well.
Well, since you're here, let me help you out.
Are you having an orgasm on every line you're saying?
2 bells of awakening.
Not one, but
One's
2.
up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Like Metroid, there are a lot of different paths that you can take right here at the start in Firelink Shrine. You could, like most people think to do at the start, go through the catacombs, and then you get annihilated by skeletons. And if you manage to make it into the catacombs, you get annihilated by skeletons that won't fucking die. You can go the way the game intends you to go, through Firelink Shrine. You can even mess around a little bit in the new Londo Ruins and be unable to hit any ghosts. That's the beauty of it. It's very open-ended. There is a path that you have to go through. Like, you cannot enter Sen's Fortress, which is at the base, or at the other side of the Undead Church, without having run the 2 Bells of Awakening. Oh, I need to level up. I'm running around with 2,000 souls, and I can't believe that I'm saying it, but for right now, that's a lot. So Thieves start off with a decent emphasis on, well, a lot of emphasis on dexterity, because that's how most of their attacks scale in damage. They start off with intelligence, which really, I'm lost on why they do that. I mean, you can cast some basic sorceries, sure, but it's still pointless. You start off with less faith, which is pretty typical, I would say. And you're frail. Your vitality, your endurance, and your strength all suck and are below 10. You need strength to be able to wield certain weapons, and strength also increases your most physical weapons' base attack power. There are exceptions to every rule, but endurance is good for stamina and equip load, and you can level up. When you level up, you increase 1 stat of your choice. That's it. So, when you get pissed off when you die, and you are going to die in Dark Souls, there is no question about it. The only question is when you die. When you die in Dark Souls, and you have like one level saved up, it's not that big of a deal. That's what you need to keep in mind. It's not a huge loss. It's a loss, sure, but it's a little less of a loss when you look at it that way. Anyways, I need to boost my stats up to at least 10, especially since vitality, endurance, and strength are all really important stats. Strength, I want to be able to wield something that's not like the size of a fucking feather like my bandit's knife. So, that's how I'm going to spend my first level up, or my first 3 levels up. And now that I only have 50 souls, I have no qualms whatsoever about doing the dreaded corpse runs that almost everybody does in their playthroughs. I'm not going for the Drake Sword. I'm not going for a really ridiculous strength build with the Zweihander. I've just finished watching Over the Gun's full play of this game, and many lulls were to be had. But I'm not really interested in getting any ridiculously overpowered weapon, but the fact remains that I need to do something about this fucking bandit's knife. It's a decent weapon after you've upgraded the shit out of your dexterity and you've upgraded the weapon, but by that point you might as well have just gotten something better. The bleed is nice, but it doesn't, I don't think it scales with your stats, so I think it just does a rough percentage of enemy health. I could be wrong about that completely, but here's the little cachet of enemy shit. Well, not enemy shit, but we get some nice stuff. We get the Morning Star and the Talisman for any clerical builds out there. Homeward Bone, those are useful. And what is this? This is Lloyd's Talisman. Good for PvP, that's about it. And now, here we go. Well, let the corpse run begin. Hopefully, I can make it through this entire area and get everything that I want, hopefully. Large Soul of Lost Undead, that's a start. Go through the gravestones, get the Winged Spear. Go down here and get what OTG calls a Zweihander. Oh, I loved that playthrough so much. And get the useless ass binoculars. And now, I'm dead. I think I am. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. Oh well, at least I was killed by the big skeleton. And you see there, blood loss. That's what you're supposed to do with your bandit's knife. It's a big burst of damage that happens after you combo some attacks. But I meant to die there. 50 souls loss is really not a big deal. If I had survived, I would have been surprised. That's pretty much the graveyard run that almost everybody does to start the game off. You get some competent weapons, although I still can't wield any of them. God, I'm probably never going to be able to wield the Zweihander, but the Winged Spear seems like a decent alternative. But that's not all. There's something below that I want. Below Firelink Shrine. Far, far below. Not quite as low as Blighttown, like the Crestfallen Wanderer, whatever the fuck his title is, I don't know. But down here, the elevator shaft from hell. Do not die to the elevator boss. Yeah. Anyways, down here we have Soul of a Nameless Soldier. That's a very large soul for this point of the game. Is it like 800 souls or something? But more importantly, we have access to a couple of things. Well, there's no point in me... There's a blacksmith down here, but there's no point in me using said blacksmith because I don't have the materials required to upgrade my equipment. We get some... Well, this isn't the transient curses yet. We get the Estoc. It's a rapier. It's a decent rapier. I still hate rapiers. Give me a spear instead. That's all I got to say about that. Here are the transient curses. Now what do you need those for? You need those to be able to, well, do a damn thing against the creepy spookies down here. New Londo Ruins is haunted. Haunted by ghosts that you cannot hit without being cursed or carrying a cursed weapon or putting a temporary curse on yourself. Full-blown curse? Don't do that. How the fuck did you hit me? Don't come down here with a full-blown curse. You'll be dead before you realize anything happened to you. The reason that I'm down here is hopefully I'm trying to lure these ghosts around so they're as far away as humanly possible. Lure them in for an attack. Don't get hit. Oh, shit. This could end badly. Worse than I hoped. Lucky me. Firekeeper soul. See ya, dudes. Suicide. Nice. That's what I wanted. What you use the Firekeeper souls for, and there are, what are there? 4 of them? Technically 5, but 4 of them that you can get without any penalty whatsoever spread throughout the game. That's one of them. And that's actually like one of the later ones that you're supposed to get, because you're not supposed to be anywhere near New Londo yet. Unless you're just passing through. But Firekeeper soul is used, well, you talk to a Firekeeper, and they can reinforce your Estus Flask. So you see now I have an Estus Flask plus 1. And that means that with my low-ass life right now, it will probably heal me 100%. Or at least very near to it. Estus Flask by itself, maybe half, if I'm lucky. It's a really low amount, and it only really starts getting useful once you've upgraded it. So, here's the first upgrade right there. Not a good idea to showboat, because I'm probably going to fuck it up sometime or another. But yeah, that's the whole point of why you would use any kind of dagger weapon. Parrying and riposte is a lot easier. It's not foolproof. If you're a fucking spammer, you can still fuck it up quite easily. The idea is to not die. Luckily, all of these enemies have like no poise to speak of, so I can pretty much stun lock them. Lure the black, or just regular firebomb. Oh, hi. You died. Very well. Okay. Now I'm going to keep the bandit's knife as one of my weapons, and I'm going to switch to the S-Stock for right now until I get something better. The S-Stock is, like I said, a very capable weapon in its own right, but I still don't like rapiers. The nice thing about this one is that you can hide behind your shield and poke enemies. You can also do that with spears, which I think are a lot better because I prefer the range. This is not going to be some kind of a pro playthrough where I parry and riposte anything and everything that even tries to remotely attack me or anything like that. This is not going to be some stylish showboating, flawless victory bullshit. I'm going to play safely. And if that means sometimes using strategies that might be considered boring and not quite as skill-oriented, so fucking be it. I don't care. This is not a let's play, this is a let's fuck around. And for the purposes of Dark Souls, I have no qualms about being as tender-footed and pansy as possible. Because I've done my time. I've gotten my ass kicked more than my fair share of times by Dark Souls. And if I have to play it safe for the purposes of whatever you want to call this series, I'm going to do it. That's all there is to it. So before we traverse the white light, we have some business down here. I'll use an Estus just to be on the safe side. Always be on the safe side, Lance. That's the way to go. Large soul of a lost undead. Useful. There are enemies hanging from there, but I don't need that quite yet, because we have an imminent rear! And a soul of a lost undead. Inside of said rear. That's gotta hurt. Shoves a soul right up your ass. So, more enemies. I swear, with the rapiers, I feel like Raphael from Soul Calibur. Like, the stance is very, very proper. Oh, thanks for the broken straight sword. Nice rare drop there. I did it. You did what? You found a semi-secret path? Oh, whatever. Hello, enemies. Rubbish. Oh, there's more of you than I thought there were. Yeah, I don't have poise either, so it's probably best to keep my buckler up. I guess it's technically a target shield, but it's a small shield, it's a buckler. I remember wasting so much time doing little grinding runs here in Undead Burg, thinking I was accomplishing anything. Oh, the things that you learn looking back on your noobhood. And because this is a long game, and I really wouldn't get anywhere without using a lot of a lot of time per video. Most of these are going to be an hour long, or something like that. Where the hell did you come from? And up here we see, it's the Hellkite Dragon. Come to say hi, and then come to roost up at the top of the bridge to the Undead Parish. Take note of where that thing just stopped. Always be observant here in Dark Souls. How in the fuck did you travel that far in one jump? Oh boy. This could be bad. Nope! Wrong answer. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to be some showboat and parry this shit. Already have to use 2 Estus on these. How did you... You're a hell of a shot, Mr. Bow Dude. I have no intention of letting you live. No siree. Alright. Imminent Miscreant. Okay. So let's open the door. What is this, the wooden shield? Sad that I know that. Alright. So what's the wooden shield stability, and what is the wooden shield's... Oh, 93 defense, physical defense, and 52 stability. I can buy something better right now. It's gonna look like shit, sure, but I'm gonna buy something better. So I'm gonna kick you. I said kick you, not slash you. Kick you, lower your shield, and then get speared by your brother, asswipe. Fuck off! I can't believe I'm actually playing sloppy already. Use half my Estus on fucking nobody hollows. Thanks for bleeding. I really enjoyed that. I should have rested at the bonfire, but I want to get as much done as I can in one session without having to grind too terribly much. I mean, if I'm close to a level, I'll grind. That's pretty much a given. Or I'll pop some souls or something like that. But if I have enough for what I need, I'm just going to proceed.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
I like to think of this guy as an insane, undead Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. Oakley dokley. So, let's just buy the soapstone, because I like reading, and, well, I can read the messages, but can't quite write messages yet, but I can now. Residence key, I'll hold off on that. There is a lot that I could buy. I'm going to buy East-West shield is really good. Is it? No, not really. What the fuck am I talking about? It's a well-rounded shield. It's got a little bit of defense here and there. Looks like the small leather shield is actually better in almost every way, but magic and physical. And stability, I guess. But the main one that you want from this dude is the heater shield. One of the smallest shields that offers 100% physical damage reduction. So if you want to turtle up behind the shield, and it's got pretty high stability for this point in the game, 55.
Thank you, Kai.
Yeah. Let's get rid of our easily dealt with target shield. Yeah, the heater shield is better in every way. So, let's stick with that. And it looks stupid. It looks like a little bent piece of scrap metal that somebody found lying around, like as a breastplate for a knight or something like that. What the hell is that? It looks ridiculous, but it's effective. And Dark Souls is all about making do with what you have, and goddamn, do not get killed by hollows and embarrass yourself in front of YouTube. Alright. So we're basically wheeling around a way that leads to right above where I came from. More importantly, it leads to more goodies. And I love my goodies. Alright. Surprised I haven't, gone human form yet, but that's fine. Jumping! Indeed, jumping! Thank you, jumping. I did it! Cool, dude. You did it. You jumped. Light crossbow and some standard bolts that will tide me over for a very brief period of time until I decide to get an actual bow, which is far better than the crossbow, at least in my opinion. Alright, so we've cleared the... Oh, it's a good thing I came back this way because I didn't see this thing before. Soul of Lost Undead. So, we have a clear shot to the bonfire. This is good. This is very good. I don't particularly want to respawn every fucking enemy here, but if I have to, I will. And there's something else that I might do that I'm going to regret, but I have 5 humanity, so I might as well go for it. Fuck! Oh boy. I'm gonna go human form, and I'm gonna use a humanity to kindle the bonfire, so at least it's not wasted, I guess. I know I'm gonna get invaded. I hate invasions, I really do. I'm doing this for the purposes of, fuck, I didn't join the Way of the White. Now I'm in a real pickle. A seriously bad pickle that I don't want to be in. I'm gonna die on my way back, aren't I? Oh, fuck off. Why didn't I join the Way of the White? It's not really important that I do, but what the fuck was that? That could have ended badly. Would have lost my human form right there. What was I saying? I don't really need to join the Way of the White, but I think it increases your online co-op matchmaking chances. And that would be good, because the less invasions I have to endure, the better. I'm positive that some douchebag is going to invade me at some point in the game, and if I don't have help, I'm sure the lag is going to get me killed. I mean, I play confident. I play competent, even. That's what I was trying to say. I play competently. I keep my distance, and I will still get lag backstabbed from somebody who's 10 feet away from me. It's not a perfect system, and it's probably due to the online more than the actual game. I understand that there are limitations to it here and there, and blah, 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 blah. No need to white knight the game. It's a great game. One of the best RPGs released in recent memory, actually. But it's still something that kind of annoys me. So I'm going to talk to
Hello
Petrus.
there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Sure, screw you.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
A copper coin. Thanks, cheapskate. Give me silver or gold or something. It's useless until a certain point in the game when you can turn it in for souls. And by then it's probably still useless. But let's talk to him a third time.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Indeed it would, good sir. Oh, yes. Yes.
Very
Sure.
well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
A covenant with the gods. Let's join the Way of the White, since I have no covenant. Why is a thief joining the Way of the White, which is a clerical paladin covenant? I don't know.
Now
But
let me share my miracles.
I don't
Only
care.
their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Again, I don't care. I'll learn your gesture. I can shrug now. Shrug. But I have no need for miracles on this character. I don't see myself investing the faith required to actually use some of the more advanced ones. I mean, I have to put 1 point just to use heal, which is like the most basic miracle. And why would I heal when I have Estus? If I run out of Estus, I just run back to the bonfire. And if I ran out of Estus, I probably fucking deserved it. So, yeah, I mean, Homeward, I can get Homeward Bone for that. Or if I'm really, really fucking desperate, I could Dark Sign, or Suicide with a Ring of Sacrifice on, or something. Or just die and then come back and reclaim my souls. I mean, I'm not saying that miracles aren't useful. They are. But you need to invest quite a bit of faith. I mean, Force is good, but Wrath of the Gods is better. And Emit Force is also better. And those are more advanced miracles that you need to blow levels on. And I don't know if you noticed...
Come again. The effectiveness...
Yeah, probably not likely. I don't know if you noticed, but my vitality is low. My endurance is low. These are stats that I need to function if I am to be any kind of competent dexterity build. Which I probably won't end up being. I just chose Thief because it has Master Key, and that makes sense to me. I mean, I don't even know why I chose Thief for Master Key, because there's no way in fuck I'm ever going to be able to equip this thing. 46 strength to use it. I am at a measly 10 strength. Nowhere close. No. So, yeah, there's the Demon's Great Hammer. No purpose in me having it, besides just to have it. So we're gonna Homeward Bone just to get back to the bonfire. Hey, Wing Spear, I have that. I have a feeling that this is gonna just devolve into me using the Claymore again. My God, that was a useful weapon. I'm still human form. Ooh, summon sign. Please. No. Damn you. Fuck. Summon sign. Let's summon somebody for some jolly cooperation. I could use some jolly cooperation. Please, summon. Don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me. The less opportunity I have to get screwed over by... If I could summon 2 people, that would be even better. But the less opportunity I have to get screwed over by some fucking ganker because I chose to be in human form. And, you know, technically my fault, but still, I don't care. Thanks for joining me, dude. I'm a noob, or so you think. Yeah, you're a little OP for right now, I suppose. Yeah, you backstab. I can do that too, kind of. Alright, so I'm gonna go around, collect treasures. I really should not have... Ooh, drop something. I really should not have the S-Stock right now. I don't know why I do. Bring me back to... Well, get his fucking corpse off of you, dude. What did I just pick up? I don't know, because you were dragging its corpse along and summoning failed and blah 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 blah. What the hell is this? Black fire bombs. I could use more of those, I guess. This dude's being a little bit of a help, that's fine. He's kind of killing everything in my way. Fine by me. Did he go up and kill some of the enemies that are throwing fire bombs? I mean, you're kind of playing instead of me right now, dude. Which is fine, but I don't care. What did you kill? Where did you come from? Cool beans. Like, I'm just running around. You're doing all the work. Do not drop. Okay, just a firebomb. Not a big deal. I'll give you a heal, dude. Thanks for being a help. Although you're kind of, again, doing my work for me. I don't mean to be completely useless. I will not let you Estus. Sorry, good sir. Okay, now this is going to be either very interesting or very dangerous. Because I'm making my first detour right now. Why am I going to do this? Whoa. Are you leaving me to the devices of the Black Knight? I would like to kill the Black Knight now. I know I'm not supposed to, but... Alright. Are you following me? Good. Alright, let's try this. First off, I'm going to sneak up. Hopefully I get a backstab. If not, I'm fucked. Nice backstab! Cool. Good start. Lucky I have the heater shield on. If you want to get a backstab, dude, go right ahead. Go for it. We're kind of like being a nuisance to this dude. He's not... He's just kind of getting backstabbed. He's like, oh, I'm fucked. Now I'll backstab with my... Well, I guess the S-Stock is just as good at backstabbing as the dagger. Just a backstab fest. That poor Black Knight... Black Knight sword?! No! That did not just drop. Ooh, that's tempting. That's tempting. That one humanity probably did me some good. Did I already have the one humanity, or did the Black Knight drop it? I don't know. But wow, what a drop at the start of the game. I know it's not that great if you want to get down to brass tacks, but that's kind of a Skildorado drop right there. Skildorado, unfortunately I'm using terminology from freaking Civilization 5 right now. Kill the Titanite bug before it goes away. Large Titanite shard, 2 of them. Twinkling Titanite. God damn, this is great. It's a great little run, dude. I like it. Now watch him go over to aggro fucking Taurus. I'm going after the crossbowman first. And down drops... no, I think I have to activate Taurus. So let's activate Taurus. There we go. Hello, Taurus Demon. Totally aggroed by this dude. Jolly cooperation at its finest. Whoa, that was a wild swing. I have no intention of getting hit by that. Oh, did you just get... No, you didn't get grabbed. I thought that was a grab for a second. This dude just kind of like spray and pray right now. I hate to let you die, dude, because I know he's probably doing this to get into the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. There's no other reason why you would just help somebody with Taurus Demon. It's not worth the souls. Besides just being a genuinely nice guy. But nobody's genuinely nice without some kind of a reason to be. So, thanks, dude. Give you a bow. And with that, we're out of here. So, that was interesting. The Black Knight sword dropped. I get Taurus Demon down. Undead Burg, or at least Upper Undead Burg, went by without a fucking hitch. This does not bode well for the rest of the game. But anyways. I need to stop using this S-Stock. Luckily, up ahead, we have our wonderful companion. Ooh, there's a summon sign right there. Chronos 6984. Tempting. Actually very tempting.
You don't look hollow.
This guy actually looks like he's here for Lower Undead Burg. Hope you're still there later, dude.
Now that I
But this is Solaire of
I
Astora.
have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Cool dude is Solaire. Just in case you wonder why I always face away from an NPC when I start talking to him, it's just in case I get some kind of a fucking muscle twitch or anything like that. It's never happened, but just being on the safe side. I love the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. Look at that fucking smiling sun face.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you.
You would never scare me, Solaire.
If you have a moment.
Yes.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
And what a lonely journey it is. Yes, let us help each other, Solaire.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
The White Sign Soapstone. This is what makes co-op possible. Without this, this would be half a game, as far as I'm concerned. The co-op is a great aspect of the game. If you're too under-leveled for an area or you're just not skilled enough, you could get somebody, there's strength in numbers, or you could just, if you get really lucky, find somebody really pro to come help you.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation.
Jolly
Of course, we're
cooperation.
not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Yes, the Warriors of Sunlight, which is the covenant that Solaire is a part of, the Warriors of Sunlight have this really awesome golden summon sign, and their phantoms are golden to differentiate themselves. The Warriors of Sunlight are awesome because if you down a boss with one, whether it's Solaire or an actual person, in your party, you get a Sunlight Medal, and you use those to, well, what else? We'll level up in the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. So you kind of, you down bosses to get into the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant, or just have an ungodly amount of faith, which I couldn't be arsed to do right now. But the other way is to just keep helping people with bosses, and that gets you into the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant, and then you have access to all of its perks and yada yada yada.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind
to gaze at the sun.
And what a
The sun
glorious
is
sun
a
it is.
wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Wow. What a view. What a view. And what a game. This is an excellent game. But we remember this is the bridge where we saw the Hellkite dragon decide to roost on. Well, now, run. Yeah. Oh, geez, I still couldn't dodge it. That could have ended badly. I almost got charbroiled there. Lucky for me, there is a shortcut. Death. Yeah, you think? Let's try and bait the dragon into attacking. No, I guess not. There are two ways to get into the next area. There's the easy way, which does not have an immediate bonfire. And then there's the hellish way, which involves getting past the dragon. You don't have to kill the dragon, but getting past it is mandatory. I think I need to level up, and I think I need to start a new part soon. So let's... I have quite a few levels here. Let's upgrade Vitality 1 and Endurance by 3, 4, 5. Isn't the Claymore 16? Now let's do it by 4 for right now. Let's boost Endurance up 1. I'm not going to be investing a whole lot more into strength than what I need to use some of the more awesome weapons. And one of those awesome weapons is on the bridge ahead. But that is where I will leave off. I really shouldn't have bothered, just fuck off. I have 1 humanity. I'm in human form, which means that I don't think I'm going to be able to press my luck next time. I think next time an invasion is quite likely, and I won't be the one doing the invading. So I will see you guys next time on Let's Fuck Around with Dark Souls. Have a good day, everybody.